So I put this hand cream on. My husband says, like, he'd be like, yo, all these oils and all these potions, like, honestly, you're going to ruin the comforter set. I'm Honey German. My parents are Dominican. I was born and raised in New York City. I love sneakers, and I'm a body positive advocate.
I'm Carolina Bermudez. Soy Nicaragüense, but I was born and raised in Ohio. I'm a wife, a mama, and a worker bee. This is Life in Spanglish.
Good morning, Carolina.
Good morning, honey. No, hey, everybody. I'm Carolina Bermudez.
And I'm Honey German.
And we are back at it again. And I feel like we meet in this little room, and it's almost like a venting session for you and I.
It really is. Before we crack the mic, we actually complain about a million things.
And then we're like, hello, good morning. No, but you know why? Because you were just talking about you actually have a self-care routine.
Yeah, it takes me a long time to get out of the house in the morning because I have like different steps that I take every single day.
I want to know I feel like I want to know every step. I want to write notes. I want to because, I need to relearn how to do stuff like this.
Yeah, it's like we were talking and Carolina's like super busy. She's running around. She has 2 little ones. She has her husband and she works full time as most of our listeners do.
Right.
Because, we don't have the luxury of not working.
No.
That's not a thing. We live in New York and you need like 7 incomes in order to live decently.
And an eBay. But yeah.
You be selling all your clothes on eBay?
No, I want to do Poshmark. That's another episode. I don't know how to do it. My girlfriend said, why do you have all of these clothes? Like, you should just sell them.
Me too. I give them all away.
I give them to like my little nieces. And then, they're like excited about it.
How old are your little nieces, Carolina?
16.
Oh, okay. They can wear the clothes.
Yeah. And I don't wear
I'm like, I hope they're not 7 and they're over here with crop tops and mini skirts.
No, that's when they're like older. They'll be like, this is vintage. But yeah, I feel like you just have to, the hustle is this still last night's makeup? Like, there's no excuse for this.
There really isn't. That's one of my self-care routines. I never go to sleep with makeup.
I try not to. I do have the wipes, but I know that's not nearly as good.
Yeah, the wipes are good. Like,
it's better than nothing.
It really is. So I have 2 different wipes. Like, I have a regular baby wipe, and then I have like a makeup remover wipe. And I by my bed, like the nightstand,
yeah,
is full of garbage that I put on myself before I go to sleep because I gotta take care of myself.
You do.
And it took a while for me to understand. It's just like, okay, these are the things that if I don't do them, nobody's gonna do them. Like, not my assistant, not my board op, not my significant other. Nobody's gonna do these things. Before I go to bed, I take off all my makeup and then I'll put like a lash serum on. I'll put a brow serum on.
Oh.
Then I put on face cream. Then I bought like La Mer hand cream, because they say like, oh, when women start aging, you could see it in their hands.
Absolutely.
So I'm doing preventative measures.
You are.
Early. So I put this hand cream on. My husband says like, he'd be like, yo, all these oils and all these potions, like, honestly, you're going to ruin the comforter set. I really don't care.
It's okay, but your skin will look supple.
Exactly.
That's what's most important.
And that's really important, for people to stop, take a moment, take care of themselves.
Yeah.
And whatever it is that's bothering you, whether it could even be a nail that's like discolored or whatever. Buy what you need to fix that nail. Go to the doctor.
Wait,
get it
did you
lasered.
notice how you look down at my nails? Because I am actually, you know what I am?
What?
I am a last minute.
Is by waving them.
When I dry my hair, I actually put on the AC in like winter because I have to go somewhere and I have like a half an hour between point A to point B and I'm like shoving my fingers in front of the vents and it's freezing outside. Because you know what? I just don't budget my time for myself. I budget my time for everybody else. And this is not like a bitching session. This is just my reality.
Yeah.
So I have an event that I'm going to go to this weekend. That's the reason why I'm like trying to eke out man, I want to try to get this manicure on Thursday if possible because I leave on Friday.
You want it to be fresh.
I want it
no
to be
chips.
super fresh, no chips, but you know what? My kids will chip them anyway because that's just what my life is like. So you were talking about like your self-care routine at night and how you wash your face and do all of these things. I do that. I do. I have like the Clarisonic. I wash my face and then I do like my retinol. By the way, the biggest hint to women, my brother's a dermatologist and I go to several dermatologists. I've gone to several in my life. They say the number one thing that a woman needs to incorporate into her routine to maintain youthfulness is retinol.
Am I getting this injected or is it topical? What am I doing?
It's topical. It's topical. And then basically what you do, and by the way, I'm not a doctor, so don't take my advice, but speak to your dermatologist about it because mine has told me that it's incredible. And stay out of the sun.
We're lucky here on the East Coast. We kind of like don't be outside in the sun baking unless it's the summertime. So we're kind of preserved in the cold.
Yeah, basically. It's like we're cryo freezing ourselves until I have to do like I wash my face. I put on like the skin bleaching stuff because I have the hyperpigmentation for my kids. And I put on all my lotions and stuff. And then I have to floss.
You have to floss.
Have to
Before
floss.
you go to bed, that's different.
1,000,000%. When do you floss? In the morning?
I use like a water pick.
You do?
It blasts through my gums and I be bleeding, but I do it every morning. That's part of my teeth self-care routine.
Okay, there's just like a lot of self-care going on over here. No, I don't use a water pick. I have to floss every night before I go to bed. It's
Did you get that from your dad? I remember you telling me when he's at the dinner table, he doesn't want anything in his teeth.
Oh, so gross. Don't even get me started. We were like, Dad, that is such bad manners. He's like... That is so gross. So no, I just have to like.
But you use the floss.
I use the floss, exactly. But my husband says to me, he's like, "Why does it take you 20 minutes before you go to bed every night?" And I'm like, you know what? That 20 minutes is sacred time.
It really is.
And you have to figure out like what your best combination is. I'm not good at doing like 5 different steps. So I've like tailored down to like 3 different things. And then that's it. I'm done.
Now, what I want to know is if you get home drunk or you've had a long night, do you still floss?
Absolutely.
Oh my God.
100%. Actually, this past weekend, I was mortified because I came home and it was like 2:00 in the morning. I had gone out with my girlfriends. We had like a wild mom's night out in the city. And of course, I come home and there's like, we went to this Mexican place. There's a piece of salad. I said, you guys are not real friends.
I've had poppy seeds in my teeth before.
It is rude. It is so rude. And so I came home and I got that.
See it.
They didn't see it. It was in the back too. But like I was calling people out. I'm like, I got damn cilantro in my teeth.
You were FaceTiming people with the cilantro in your molar.
I was like, girl.
Did you not see this?
I know. It's like evidence. But self-care is different for many different people. I feel like whenever I go to yoga, it's self-care. That's like my mental self-care.
Anything that has to do with exercising, I feel like that's self-care. You're taking care of your spirit, your body, your health.
I told you we have to go to this place here in the city where they do like hip hop yoga.
I need to do
and
that.
I feel like you would totally love it. But that's when I get like out
I'm
of my
very
zone.
inappropriate when I dance though. Like I used to do Zumba like 10 years ago with my sister, and every time the instructor would turn around, I would do like really like raunchy dances.
I want to go with you to Zumba then. But this is totally
You don't want to go with me to Zumba. Do you
I
understand?
Do.
My hands is an extra large and I would do all types of twerking for my sister. And she'd be like, stop.
I love it. I love it. No, this is the beautiful thing about this is that it's in the dark. It's candlelit.
Candlelit?
Yes.
Hip-hop yoga?
It's sexy.
What kind of New York shit is this?
It is, but it is so good, girl. I'm telling you, you will be hooked. You'll love it. And the thing is, it's like you're just in your own zone. Like you're on an island. Nobody cares what you're doing because they're worried about themselves and you're sweating and it's hot and it's just like a release.
We got to go on a Friday because, you know, I do my hair every Saturday at the Dominican Salon. And this hair got to last all week. So we got to go on a Friday right before I go then do my hair. But it's like a tradition that I've never been able to break. Like every single Saturday, I go to the Dominican Salon.
I think it's like the best thing. I say
really
that
is.
not out of like, please.
But
and
Carolina, you
can't
can't do
I'm
this.
Judging.
It'd be like 5 hours. I'm not even going to hold you. And
No.
I love my hairstylist, but it's like there's no appointments. It's like whoever
You wait
comes
there.
first
Yep.
gets served first. Sometimes I'm there like 8 a.m. before they open. And I'll be like, hola, mujeres.
Is this like a cultural thing? Because my mother,
Very
where
much.
she gets her hair done down south in Miami, it's the same thing.
It's very much. And, you know, it's weird because it's a bonding experience for us. Like, I know the girls. It's like, ¿quién quiere café?
Yeah.
Vamos para la bodega. Who wants something to eat? And it's like we spend a day together. And my time is so limited, but I would never think of not going there for those 4 or 5 hours every Saturday.
I love this because this reminds me of my abuelita, may God rest her soul. Like my grandfather used to take her. She had a standing appointment, and I don't recall what day it was. So I don't know. It could have been like a Wednesday or something.
Probably,
but it was like
yeah.
the same thing. Like she would go to the salon.
More self-care.
More self-care. But then it's like now my mother, I said to my mom, I'm like, oh, she had a CD on in her car, a CD. And I'm like, Mom, what is this? And I was like, it was actually a good mix. She's like, ay, lo estaban vendiendo cuando fui a ver a Felix a hacer mi pelo. And I'm like, they go in there, they sell CDs.
Oh, yeah.
They
Ankle
sell-
bracelets.
They sell
all
like
that.
toe rings.
Fake
like,
pocketbooks.
You name it, they have it. And I'm like, this is such a thing. Like, I'm missing out.
It really is.
I wish. Okay, here's my question. I have a girlfriend who her hairstylist canceled on her. She cannot do her hair. She
on her own?
Cannot do her hair.
Oh no,
on her own.
I could freak it. Listen.
Okay, so you could do it.
I could do it. I could wet it. Like I'm not wetting this and trying to blow dry it. But I will air dry it, brush it, and then flat iron it. But don't ask me to blow dry. That's like a talent.
I feel like we should do like trading. What was that Trading Spouses show? Remember on ABC?
Listen, that would be so hilarious.
If you lived my life, you would be going to yoga, hot yoga 3 times a week if possible. Sweat in your hair. You would be a hot mess. I would be chilling. I'm like, this is the life. Pass me the Henny. I am
Ashley
down.
Barra, come down to do the makeup because I got a Swiss Beats party. You'll be chilling.
Oh my gosh, how funny is that? You were in the city. We were at the Dream. You were at the downtown one.
I was at the one on 55th Street.
Wait, where were we?
You were at the Dream downtown because that's where I went, and they were like, "There's no Swiss Beats party here."
We went to the
You were at PhD?
No, we were at some restaurant there. But we weren't
Where
at
were you at? Bodega
club.
Negra?
Yes.
Oh, very pricey.
It was so yummy.
I went there. They were like, it's $200 a person. I'm like,
cilantro
what?
was banging because it was in my teeth all night.
You were savoring it?
I got a flavor saver. So yeah, that's so funny. But I saw that you posted. I'm like, wait, were we at the same one? And I was like, no, I'm so
I was
out
at
of
a
the
different
loop.
one.
I was not at the cool one.
Listen, it would have been like mayhem outside of that Dream Hotel if that party would have been there. It was like, I was like the last person I think that got it because my life is so nutty.
I know, but see, this is the reason why self-care is so important. That's what I always say. Like, if there's like even a little thing. So one of my very best friends, she's been going through a hard time. She just recently separated from her husband. They have children. And when you separate, and I think this is a huge, huge deal, and I've tried to like talk her through it. I think people forget that you lose a lot of the little luxuries, the things that you think aren't that important to you. When you're a 2-income household and you become like a single income household, there are a lot of things that, you don't think, wow, I used to buy Starbucks coffee every day, or I used to do this. And now, she's really maintaining on her own. Mm-hmm. She has the kids and stuff. And so it's been extremely difficult for her. But I said, I go, try to find the joy in like the little things. And I know it's hard. And I know you're going through a really tough time. I said, but on Saturday morning, if he has the kids and you can go to Starbucks alone and sit there and read a book, that to me is self-care.
It is.
It's like finding those little tiny things to just give you that boost that you need to get you through whatever it is that you're going through that weekend or even that next hour. You know what I'm saying?
No, I know what you're saying.
Yeah.
Even sleeping is self-care. My older sister, she's a CPA, and from like January 15th to April 15th, she works.
Don't talk to her.
Exactly.
Don't talk.
And then in the summertime, a lot of the times I call her, and I'm like, what are you doing? And she's like, sleeping.
Oh.
And I'm like, it's Tuesday afternoon. What do you mean? And she's like, nah, I'm taking care of myself. I'm actually physically asleep, letting my body recharge.
In the New York Post that talked about REM sleep and how we as Americans are suffering because we don't allow our bodies to get into REM sleep.
I don't think I get there ever.
And because we are imbibing in alcohol or in marijuana, whatever, I believe it said like, opioids, some people take like melatonin, whatever it is that you use as a...
like self-medicating?
Yeah, or just like to help you, what you think can help you relax is actually prohibiting you from getting into that REM sleep. So when you talk about self-care and sleeping, this psychologist that was in the article, and I'm sorry, I'm just recalling it from memory, said that it's almost like it's a gift that we're throwing away. Like we're immediately just throwing it away because our bodies need that. We need it for creativity. We need it to heal. And when you're not dreaming, you're not confronting those things. It was such an interesting read. I'll find the article for you.
You need to find me that article.
But and you need to send it to your sister and tell her that she's actually winning.
She is amazing. She loves her some sleep.
I know.
It's like either shopping or sleeping. It's like for her, sleeping is a treat. She's like, oh, girl, I'm still sleeping.
Good for her.
At like 12 noon on a Sunday. I'm like, and she's excited about it.
That is lovely. I want to come and cuddle with her.
Same.
Let me be in bed with you until noon.
I'm coming over.
All right. Well, let's get to, oh, wow. Okay. So we have an email here. And I wanted to get to this because we were talking about yoga before.
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay. So it says, hola, ladies. I started going to a yoga class about a month ago. It's been absolutely fantastic working in the class. I see her about 3 times a week. Has a birthday coming up. Should I get her a present? What's the rule on gift giving? I want to do it because I genuinely appreciate her as a friend, but we haven't gone out for drinks or seen each other outside of the studio. Please help. That's from Carmela. By the way, Carmela, thank you for listening. We appreciate it.
I know, and congratulations on the baby and being able to make it to yoga.
I know, but
Two
that's
major
like,
things.
Listen, that's incredible. I say it's a gesture and do it.
I say so too. You know, it's weird because you can meet people and instantly connect to them.
Yes.
You don't have to feel like, oh, I don't know you for 10 years, so I can't buy you a gift. Especially if you know of something that she might like. Who cares? Just make her smile, make her happy. It's her birthday.
I think a small token or a gesture like that. But see, you know, girls are crazy though. Girls are nuts. Like we are. We're a little nutty when it comes to things like this. Because then,
What do you mean? You might be like, oh, this bitch obsessed with me.
Yeah, no, some women would be. You know, me, I would be like, oh my gosh, that was so incredibly thoughtful. Thank you. But there are some women that are just like she doesn't even know me like that. So I can see why she could be hesitant about it.
Yeah, and probably because they haven't seen each other outside of the gym.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
I think
we started with like buy her a gift. Now we're like, you might look like a psycho.
No,
Don't do it.
No. I don't. You know what? The only thing is that I feel like we live in a day and an age where people feel like, oh my gosh, well now I feel obligated to go out for drinks with her or to do something, like meaning her yoga friend might feel that way. Don't worry about what people might feel. Just do you. Like, do what you
like that.
think.
In return or something. Like, oh, here.
I don't want to have to owe you.
No, not even.
It's
weird. It's like, I don't ever want anybody to do anything for me. I'm very weird like that. It's just, it's not even that I just don't feel like, I don't like being fussed over.
Yeah.
That's one of my things. Like, I barely do big parties and I don't announce like different things. So when people give me things, I feel like I have to give them something back right away.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I find it I think we're similar in that regard because I find it very awkward to accept things from people.
Maybe that's what it is. Maybe I feel awkward, so I feel like I gotta give you something.
Awkward.
Here, take my watch.
Are we weirdos though? Like, is that kind of weird about us? Does that say something about us?
It could be because a lot of people like being celebrated and they like gifts and they like things. I see people that as soon as it be like 7 a.m. on their birthday, they put a meme. It is my birthday.
No.
I'm like, bruh.
No, you know, I turned 40 this past year and my husband wanted to do like this big elaborate thing for me. And I said, no, thank you. I'm good.
Yeah,
and
do less, please. Do less.
The biggest misconception is that because you work in media or that you work in a job like this, that you want all the attention, that everybody's like Mariah. No, we're not.
No.
Like, at least I'm not. And so I said to him, I go, look, you know, a lot of my family can't make it at the time. My birthday was in May. I was like, I don't know. I just want something like small, intimate, you know.
Our life is kind of like a big deal as it is. Every day it's like celebrities are coming. You have big parties. You have concerts. So it's like when you're in your own life, sometimes you just want to be like normal and chill and relax. It's like you don't want the works.
No, totally.
So I feel you.
Well, Carmela,
maybe like
a little bracelet with
or a water bottle or something for yoga.
Something that she would appreciate. And I'm sure you're going to pick the perfect gift. But I think that's just so sweet of you.
It is.
To think of somebody like that. You know, you have a lot on your plate. You have a new baby and you're, you know, doing a lot. But, you know, the fact that you're showing her that you appreciate her or that you like are aware that she's maybe helped you with things, I think that'll be very well received.
Buy the gift, just don't break the bank.
That's true. I'm with you. All right. Well, then we will get back together to do this again. And Carmela, thank you for emailing us. You can send us your emails. It's lifeinspanglishpodcast@gmail.com. So send us your emails. We'll try to help you.
And also hit us on social media, LI Spanglish. That's on Twitter and Instagram.
You know, we need to do a party at the Dream.
Do we?
I don't know. Do we? You were there. Like you were there.
Do we? It's a lot of bread. If I tell you I have a story about a party at the Dream.
Really?
But it was crazy.
Okay.
These people were like, they were like swipers, which means they had like the fake credit cards.
Oh no.
And they booked rooms at the Dream and then they were like partying for New Year's. And then the manager of the hotel came and got them all at the party and everybody got locked up.
What?
Yes, everybody went to jail for scamming Carolina.
That is,
so let's pick a different hotel.
I'm not about that life.
You really, neither am I. Where the scammers at though? I need some holiday shopping done. Let's get out of here.